Welcome to today's video. Right after a profound loss, it's common to crave control and change, and that can lead to expensive, irreversible financial decisions. In this episode, we'll explain why major home renovations right now are dangerous, what the one-year moratorium is, how survivor benefits affect cash flow, and what to do instead to protect your future. First, let's acknowledge the reality. Grief clouds judgment. The urge to make a big change, like a new kitchen or a major home remodel, often comes from wanting to regain control. But acting now can jeopardize your financial safety. Take a breath, and let's walk through a plan that protects your stability. Next, here is our roadmap. We will cover why grief drives high-cost choices, the one-year moratorium and why it matters, how surviving Social Security impacts cash flow, why debt for cosmetic upgrades is particularly dangerous, and how to make decisions using a flowchart and a practical one-year timeline. We will also provide gentle scripts for family conversations and a list of low-cost alternatives to restore a sense of control without risking your financial future. Before we go further, an important disclaimer. Everything here is educational and not personalized financial, legal, or tax advice. Your situation is unique. Please consult a qualified professional who can review your specific facts. This topic is sensitive, and if you need support, consider contacting a local grief support line or a licensed therapist. If any contractor or lender pressures you, do not sign. Give yourself at least 1 to 3 days and get a second opinion. Now let's unpack the psychology. After loss, uncertainty rises, and the brain seeks control. A remodel can feel like a way to take action. It promises a fresh start and a new environment. However, the payments will outlast the emotion. If savings are limited and home equity is your only cushion, adding debt compresses your margin of safety. Combine impulse with legally binding contracts and large loans, and you get commitments that are very difficult to unwind. Recognizing this dynamic helps you choose to wait. To help you slow down, use this decision flow. If you do not have at least 12 months of essential expenses in cash, the risk is high. Choose the one-year moratorium. If you do have reserves, ask whether you have prepared a detailed budget and 12-month cash flow projections. If not, return to the moratorium. Even if you are prepared, create a 90-day cooling-off period and seek 2 independent advisors' approvals before making any non-essential commitment. Let's turn to the central safeguard, the one-year moratorium. For roughly 12 months, avoid major lifestyle and financial changes. That includes not selling the home, not taking out large loans, not signing any major renovation contracts, and not initiating a reverse mortgage. The reason is straightforward. Grief clouds judgment, while time restores clarity. Your top priority is protecting home equity, which is likely your primary asset. Use this year to gather documents, verify all accounts, create a realistic budget, and plan only necessary maintenance, not cosmetic upgrades. Next, review this timeline. In the first 30 days, focus on stabilization by avoiding major decisions, verifying automatic payments, and notifying Social Security. From day 31 to 90, do groundwork, gather documents, list debts, and draft a basic budget. Between months 3 and 6, seek clarity by confirming survivor benefits, auditing expenses, and setting an emergency fund target. In months 6 to 9, plan by modeling cash flows, meeting an advisor, and creating a maintenance-only list. Finally, in months 9 to 12, prepare for decision readiness by getting bids for needs-only items, obtaining second opinions, and revisiting choices at the 12-month mark. Now let's address Social Security. The surviving spouse receives only the higher of the 2 benefits, not both. This can reduce monthly income, while many expenses remain unchanged. Therefore, you must plan for the gap before taking on any new obligations. This is another key reason to delay major spending and protect your cash flow. Consider this simplified example. Before the loss, the household received $3,600 in Social Security benefits combined. After, the survivor receives only $2,200. Mortgage, taxes, and insurance total $1,400. Utilities, groceries, and transportation total $1,000. Healthcare and medications are $400. Before any new debt, the survivor shifts from an $800 cushion to a $600 monthly shortfall. This illustrates why new payments from loans or renovations can be unsustainable. Let's examine debt risk. New loans add fixed payments that do not adjust when your income falls. Reverse mortgages can erode the home equity that serves as your emergency buffer. Cosmetic upgrades, like a new kitchen, seldom raise resale value enough to cover interest, fees, and risk. Use a simple rule. If the project requires new debt during the first year, the answer is no. Now, see how a supportive conversation might unfold. The family member validates the surviving spouse's feelings and asks to review numbers together. The spouse shares the need for control. The family member consults an advisor, who recommends a one-year moratorium to protect home equity. The family member then asks, how will that loan be repaid month to month? This leads the spouse to agree to pause and create a budget first. The tone is collaborative and non-confrontational. To support a loved one, use language that validates feelings and opens the door to practical review. Try these phrases. It makes sense to want a fresh start. Could we look at the monthly numbers together? How will that loan be repaid from your current income? Can we agree to a one-year pause on big changes to protect your home equity? Would it help to speak with a counselor or join a support group this week? What is one small, low-cost change we can make this weekend to regain a sense of control? Let's pivot to healthy alternatives. First, join a grief support group or schedule counseling to process emotions. Next, choose minor, low-cost projects such as deep cleaning, repainting a room, swapping cabinet hardware, or organizing a closet. Prioritize safety and maintenance items only, like fixing leaks, securing handrails, and checking smoke detectors. Build a simple budget and track it weekly for 90 days. Create a future file with quotes for needs-only repairs that you can revisit at the 12-month mark. Quick knowledge check. The question is, what waiting period do many experts recommend before major lifestyle or money changes after a spouse's death? The options are 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, or 2 years. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is 1 year. A one-year moratorium allows time for emotions to settle, financial details to be gathered, and a durable plan to be created, thereby protecting the primary asset and preventing costly mistakes. Next quiz. How are Social Security benefits handled for a surviving spouse? The options are: the survivor receives both benefits added together. The survivor receives only the lower benefit. The survivor receives only the higher of the two benefits. Or, benefits pause for 6 months, then resume at the original amount. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is that the survivor receives only the higher of the two benefits. This means the smaller benefit stops, and the household income typically falls, so you must plan for that gap before taking on any new payments. Here are the key points. First, grief-driven remodeling is typically emotional rather than financial. Second, adopt a one-year moratorium to protect home equity and preserve future options. Third, expect a reduction in Social Security income and build a budget before committing to payments. Fourth, avoid new debt for cosmetic upgrades during the first year. Finally, direct the need for control into low-cost projects and supportive resources. As we wrap up, remember these actions. Pause and avoid major contracts for roughly a year. Protect home equity because debt for cosmetic changes is risky. Budget using the new income level before making commitments. Use support systems, gentle conversation scripts, and small projects to stay steady while you regain clarity. Finally, thank you for watching. If this video helped, please like it, share it with someone who needs reassurance, and subscribe for more calm, clear guidance. In the comments, tell us one low-cost action you will take this week to protect your future and regain control.